Peace and love. Welcome to my channel, Cosmic Phase Shifting. I am your host, Etheric Priest. On this channel, I share with you insights based on my knowledge that I've collected over the years. Today, I want to talk to you about herbs. If you want to get into taking herbs, I got the perfect place for you to start. Today, I'm going to read off a list of herbs that you could start using today. You could use them in your food. You can use them in smoothies. You could use them. You could juice some of them. Tea. Use them. Some of them to make tea or infusions, decoctions. You can use them in a powder form. Make capsules out of them. You could use them in any way that you can um, to get them into your body. So I call these herbs the Holy 20. These are the Holy 20 because I'm a herbal formulator. My website is quintessentiallifeherbs.com, quintessentiallifeherbs.com. And you can go there and you can see all of the herbs that I have. And I've been doing this for a while. I like to always brag about how I birthed my own children at home, and also they've never been to the hospital. That's kind of my glory story, okay? And I want to share these herbs with you if you want to start using herbs today, but you don't know where you to start. These herbs are just pretty much generally safe across the board. So what it is I have access to a database, and this particular database I use to help me formulate herbs. The database has a lot of information about the clinical use of herbs. So herbs that have been used in a clinical setting that clinically showed that these herbs were beneficial in treating various illnesses, disorders, and diseases. Okay. So basically in this database, I can search for a symptom and it'll give me all of the herbs used for that particular symptom or disease. I can search for a disease or disorder, and it'll give me all the herbs for that particular disease or disorder. And these herbs have been clinically, like I said, have been used in clinical trials to prove the effectiveness of them for the particular illness or disease to which I'm searching for. I use this database to create my own spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet and I have over 200 and something herbs on this spreadsheet with over 186 different illnesses and diseases. And while I was doing this research, which took me months to do, it took me months to create this particular spreadsheet. While I was doing this, I saw that certain herbs kept popping up over and over and over and over and over again. And it was only these herbs. And I wanted to record them, and definitely some of the herbs, my herbal formulas that I have for my blood formula, my black bile formula, yellow bile formula, and my phlegm formula that's on my website. I used a lot of these herbs to formulate my particular detoxes, and these are my blood formula, the detox for the cardiovascular system. My phlegm detox is a detox for the respiratory system, and the yellow bile is for the digestive system, and the black bile is for the kidney and liver. So I wanted to bring these herbs to you today. Herbs that you could use, like I said, to make teas, in any form. Just get them in your body. You can start using them today. The thing with herbs is herbs, a lot of them are anti-inflammatory, um, and they're just good for the system overall. They have normally going to have some type of property. Either they're going to be a detoxifying herb, they're going to be a regenerative herb, they're going to regenerate, or they're symptomatic herbs. Okay, all of these herbs more than likely have all three of these properties for the most part. So I'm gonna share these herbs with you today. I got a list of them, and let's go over them. We got garlic. You can add garlic into your regimen. A lot of people already use garlic powder when they're cooking for culinary purposes to add flavor to the food, but garlic is also medicinal. It's good for detoxing, regenerating, and it's good for certain symptoms that you might have. Ginger, one another culinary herb that a lot of people use, and it also has detoxing, rejuvenating, and symptomatic properties as well. Licorice. Licorice, not like the candy, but the actual herb, is also has detoxing, rejuvenating, and symptomatic properties. What I mean by symptomatic is people take these particular herbs for some symptom that they having. For instance, if you're having licorice, or a digestive issue, you could take licorice. If you having some type of bacterial infection, you could take garlic. If you're nauseated, you could take ginger. So that's what I mean by the symptomatic. Some of them restorative because of their nutrient profile. The nutrients in the herb helps to regenerate the body, and then we have detoxing as some of these herbs have cleansing. So let's continue. Capsicum, which is actually cayenne pepper. This is a detoxing, a regenerative, and symptomatic herb. All of these herbs are going to be have detoxing properties, rejuvenating properties, or symptomatic abilities. Let's keep going. Echinacea, widely known. Echinacea is good for the immune system. Above all, that's one thing is good for recovering from colds and flus. And if you take echinacea at the first sign of a cold or flu, it normally helps to get rid of it, or it helps to recover very quickly. Capsicum, I just said that one, but I'm going back to it. It's good for increasing the blood flow. It's good for digestion. It's good. And if you use it topically on a wound that's bleeding, it can stop bleeding. I will go ahead and say that it will hurt like hell, but it can stop bleeding in emergencies, especially if there's a lot of bleeding going on. It can stop bleeding. Continue down the list, we got chamomile. Chamomile is used mainly for relaxation purposes, but it can also be used. It's a mild antiseptic. It's a mildly antimicrobial. So, but it's used for calming. But once again, it can detox the body. It's a mild waste excreter, so to help your body rid itself of waste. It can restore the system. It has some vitamins and nutrients and different nutrients inside that herb. Golden seal. Golden seal is detoxing, regenerating, and symptomatic. One of the potent herbs out there. It's not a herb that you normally take for an extended period of time. You normally take it for small durations, and it's good for a host of things. And as I'm going through this list, you can write these lists down, replay this video, and come back to it. You can research each herb individually and actually see what the properties is and what you can use them for. You'll see it's a long list of things. Go next. We got dandelion. Dandelion, it grows in your backyard. Dandelion is good for the urinary system. It's a highly nutritious, so it's good for providing the body with nutrients. Iron is one of the main components in dandelion. It's good for some people use the dandelion root as a coffee substitute. So you could use different parts of the plant, the leaves, the roots. Next we have mullein. Mullein, it's very good for a host of things. This is one of the herbs that's most highest in bioavailable iron. Its number one use is as a respiratory herb. It's like unmatched when it comes to respiratory ailments. It's the number one herb for respiratory ailments, which is why it is the chief herb in my phlegm formula that you can find on my website, quintessentiallifeherbs.com. We have peppermint. Peppermint is one of the most drunken teas, one of the most used herbs as a tea in the world. It's consumed every day around the world, but it's normally used for digestion. but it also has other things. It's good for different symptomatic issues, and it's good for regenerating the system, and it's also some detoxing components to it as well. St. John's wort. St. John's wort is primarily used as a nervine to help with to calm down, to help with depression and things like that, and anxiety. But in addition to that, it's actually very good at detoxing the body, regenerating the body because of its nutrient profile, and it's also very good for different symptomatic issues, different illnesses and disorders that people may have. We have Go To Cola, which was constantly mentioned as well. Gotu Cola is one of the brain herbs. It's very good for restoring the brain. But once again, as I'm naming some of these, I'm telling you the one of some of the primary uses of these herbs. But once again, herbs, you can't put herbs into a box. Herbs are so dynamic. You can't just say, "What's that herb good for? Is it good for it? It's good for this. It's probably good for things that we don't even know that haven't even been researched or discovered yet, which is why I'm bringing the Holy 20 to you today. This is my Holy 20, and I'm gonna try to. I always tell people about the Holy 20 when I'm talking to them, because these are herbs that's readily available, accessible, from me at your local herbal store, and it's good that we just add these herbs in. Just taking them, they're gonna benefit you in a lot of different ways. Hawthorn is primarily used to control for blood pressure issues. It could definitely reduce your blood pressure very quickly. You could research that, but once again, it's good for detoxing, and it's good for restoration, rejuvenation, and also some symptomatic things as well. It's good for the cardiovascular system, of course, which is why it is in my blood formula, which is on my website, quintessentiallifeherbs.com. Next we got white willow. White willow is primarily used for pain. It's been used for a long time as an analgesic. An analgesic is something that helps with pain in the body, and it's often found in pain formulas. That's the chief use, but once again, it's good for arthritis. It's good for a bunch of other different things. It's good to just add white willow into your regimen. In fact, aspirin, one of the main um, components, one of the main act ingredients in white willow is the aspirin um, herb. I forget the actual name of the chemical that's in it that they use, that they've extracted to use this aspirin. I mean, this a lot of people say this even works just as good or better than the aspirin, and of course without the side effects, because we know how horrible aspirin is for the gastrointestinal, is for the brain. Is aspirin is bad. The cat is out the bag on that one. So white willow is good for pain. All right, inflammation and things like that. Comfrey was mentioned over and over again too. It's a herb primarily for the bones, or for healing wounds. Okay, it's good for the bones and it's good for healing wounds. All right, those are the primarily things that comfrey is used for. But once again, it's detoxing, it's rejuvenating, it's symptomatic. Nettles, which is one of my favorite herbs. Uh, it got a lot of different properties, nervine properties, detoxing properties. It's very nutrient dense, just like dandelion. It's high in nutrients. You'll find nettles in a lot of formulas. They go good in combinations with other herbs just because of all of the properties that it has, the nutrients in it. And when people are suffering from illness and disease, nutrient deficiencies is one of the main things that's contributing to that issue or disease, or is hindering them from healing from that issue or disease. And so nettles, but the one thing I like about nettles is you can drink it and it has a nervine effect. And if it could get you talking, like lemon balm. Lemon balm is one of my favorite either. That's not on the Holy 20, lemon balm, but it's nettles and lemon balm, they kind of similar to me. Parsley, of course, is good for the urinary system. It's one of the main herbs for the urinary system. It's used in culinary, of course, but you can make parsley tea. You can also get it in a powder form and take it for a lot of urinary issues as well. Rosemary, rosemary is primarily a used for the brain. It's good for memory and cognitive function. Uh, I'm actually reading right now the herbal brain, and this is about herbal nootropics, and rosemary is on there, but it is a part of the Holy 20, and it's good for mental clarity, remembering, study, learning. You know that the Greeks, they used to wear the wreaths around their head when they were studying, or made of the herb rosemary. That's what the wreaths are made of, and it's good for studying and cognitive function. Next, we got marshmallow, not to be confused with the marshmallows that people have at the campfire, but this is the marshmallow herb, and it's good for digestive issues. It's a demulcent. It can soothe the digestive lining, soothe the digestive tract. All right, and then we have Siberian ginseng, which is primarily known for its energy component. It gives the body energy, helps combat fatigue, and things like that. Um, okay, that'll be it. That was all 20 of them. The Siberian ginseng. Once again, these are the holy 20. I call these holy 20. These are the holy 20 herbs. Why? Because I have a database of of herbs that have been clinically proven to treat specific illnesses and diseases, and these herbs continually continually popped on the radar multiple times, that it's like, dang, this herb just popping, this herb, dang, it's on here again. So I had to, and there in this database, there is over 226 herbs. I went through all of them. All right, and I created a spreadsheet with illnesses, over 180 something illnesses. All right, and then I listed every herb for that particular illness, and the actual spreadsheet is so big that I printed it out myself, but I actually had to print it and tape it together. The actual spreadsheet is about probably about 7 foot long, 5 foot, 4 or 5 foot high, and I got it on one of my walls, that where I make my herbs at. And whenever someone needs assistance with something, if I'm not, I can always refer to it. I could go look at it and say, okay, you're having an issue with this. Boom, let me go look over here. Boom, that's your illness. Boom, let me go look down here. Boom, all right, and that'll be like the starting base for my herbal formula. So I don't just go there and just be like, oh, these are the herbs. I'm gonna take all these herbs, mix them together, and call. No, but they are a starting source for me. I could look on there and say, okay, these are the herbs. Let me get these herbs in the list, and then let me go do my research, and then let me come and make my formula based with these herbs. The Holy 20 is my base. So once again, these are the holy 20: garlic, ginger, licorice, capsicum, which is cayenne pepper, echinacea, chamomile, golden seal, dandelion, mullein, peppermint, St. John's wort, gotu kola, hawthorn, white willow, comfrey, nettles, parsley, rosemary, marshmallow, and Siberian ginseng. So, if you want to increase your vitality, if you want to increase your health, if you want to increase your overall well-being, add these herbs into your diet, into your regimen, in any way you could get them, in a capsule form, in a tea form. Use them culinarily. However you could get them. Essential oils. Rosemary is good in an essential oil form. Even there's a lot of these herbs can be bought. Chamomile, an essential oil form and used topically for different issues as well. So I just want to bring this video to y'all, and of course I want to say Happy New Year as well. This is my first video of the year. I always start off strong during the year, but things, as I'm going through the year, sometimes I slack off. I'm gonna do my best to try to be more consistent with my videos this week, but I am a father who's heavily involved in my children's life. I'm homeschooled. I run a business. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And once again, I always tell people who do YouTube for a living, I respect YouTubers because doing this is a lot of work, and even the editing and all that stuff, man, that stuff take time. So, once again, Happy New Year. Get these holy 20 herbs in your life. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and please like, share, and subscribe, and let your family know about the Holy 20. You can add many health benefits to your life today if you go ahead and add the Holy 20 to your regimens. Thank you for watching. Peace and love, and I'll see you on the next video.